TECHTONICA has a whole bunch of secret areas and places that you'll be visiting as part of the story that will give you access to new technology and just a bunch of resources. Some of this technology is absolutely crucial and you have to scan it to get progress through the tiers of the tech tree. But what if I told you you could get access to a couple pieces of technology way ahead of time and showed you there's loads of, in fact, secret chests hidden that you might have to dig up or hopefully demolition your way through to get access to. Do leave a like if you find this video useful, check out the rest of my TECHTONICA live streams and guides, and let's go. Starting off with a Mark II assembler. This bad boy pretty much produces anything that you want to craft and make twice as fast as the regular. You don't get access to this until way later in the game once you've completed a whole bunch of objectives and unlocked the right tier. But you can get hold of at least one, and there's going to be possibly more that I'm going to show you in a future video, very early in the game, as long as you've got some explosives. So you are going to need some of the explosive mines before you can access some of these areas I'm about to show you. And towards the end of the video I'm going to show you or recap some of the places you might have missed that you maybe don't need the explosives for, you just need to be able to dig through with the mole. So, in the Victor Cavern, obviously, we're going to be going towards the big river, and I would say towards the north if you're looking at the mini-map. And then, obviously, on the right-hand side, that's where you get that lantern, and you've got the little river. And this takes you up on the left-hand side down the river towards where you find the water wheels. But we're going to actually take the right-hand side river. You go through a little series of small caverns and caves and just keep making your way through all the way. Effectively, we're trying to get hold of an area that's really off limits that you have to dig through to. It is part of the story, so it's not like magically completely out of the way. Also grab that data pad on the way. That's power trim free, so I'll boost the amount of power that you're using. And you can see it there. Everything hidden is marked by these tiny little green boxes, or it's something of interest you should go towards. So I was just trying to work out the quickest or easiest way to maybe dig through to this one. So you are going to need them landmine charges, and we are actually going to carry on further towards the smaller green box you can see just slightly off camera below this one. So use the minimap to get as close as you can to the green box and then go ahead and start digging your way through until you're directly on top of it. Can be a little bit hard to gauge, but once you think you're on top, start putting the landmines directly down and simply drop. Remember, you can always respawn and you'll just teleport back to where Victor or your base is normally, and that will mean you won't have to climb back up, so don't panic too much. But 2 charges down and then start digging around you. And before you know it, you'll find one of these chests, and they're all over the place. Some of them got some really kind of crap loot, really, considering it's just mostly cut stuff that you've already got, or you can actually craft pretty easily by then. Sometimes it's got maybe a bit more advanced, but here you go on the mini map again, just showing you how deep it is. Now you see that big red purple circle? We're going to be heading towards that next. But that one, that's how you get the Mark II assembler. It takes roughly 25 seconds to go ahead and craft something in the normal one. It's about 12-13 seconds in this one. So directly from this position, start digging towards that purple big circle. This is obviously a lot easier when you've got the upgrades that allow you to enhance the tunnel or make it bigger, and I do believe some of the enhancements to the mold can help you get through certain resource rocks like that lantern a little bit as well, which by the way you can also find more deposits of in this area. So if you do come right up against some of the green speckled dirt and you can't seem to dig your way through, just try and dig off of it until you've either got the upgrades to the mole that can go through it a bit more. Now once you're here, it'll actually trigger a Steam achievement or Xbox achievement and give you a bit of story about what that might be. If you head towards more of the green specks on the minimap, it will take you again to more deposits like I said here. So next you just need to align yourself where you can maybe get to the next one, and we're going to just keep digging our way through once more, and you should be able to get on top of it. And then we're going to have to go down again even deeper to get access to the next chest. Same thing again, put a charge down, 2, 3, and then probably just maybe another one. Not sure if there is technology where you can dig directly down, but I haven't really found that yet. But then you're going to have to dig up a little bit more, and hopefully you should find the box here. Your reward, some coolant, some advanced tech, but more importantly, a tier 2 smelter, the Mark II. Go ahead and respawn, even if it throws you through the earth, just do it again, and there you go. We've now got tier 2 items very early in the game. This is from my PC save, which is behind my Xbox. Not really anywhere close to where I should be, and now I've got something that's going to speed up production a lot. The Mark II is probably at least double the speed of the original smelter, so definitely go ahead and get this. Even if it's only your emergency one, it's still better to have something like that if you really want to craft up some quick copper or ingots. So obviously you've got the accumulator room. You'll find that in the Victor cavern, and you just have to dig your way through. It's pretty easy to spot. And again, if this is all new to you, then go here for sure. Get yourself some accumulators for free once you've dismantled the old broken ones, and you can use this as your main battery room to power all your bases. If you dig your way through to the shadow pools, the blue ones, and keep heading into the corner, then you'll know that this will take you to the place where you had to put down a crank to open up a door, and this is where you get your threshers and your planter scans. Again, it's part of the story. I'm showing this one again because this is also where you get your mining charges. Now you have to dump a bunch of resources inside the door that's inside this room to actually get access to the mining charges, which are inside a locked area, but you get the idea. This is where it is. So if this is all new to you, make sure you come here, as you only need a crank to open the door and then get access to a whole bunch of the farming and crops. I've cleared it out obviously, and there's lots of little secret chests in this area as well, so scour every single part and get all the loot. Next is just a quick hack, something I didn't realise before, that you could access a room without needing the materials to open a door. You head up the river again in Victor, where you branch off to the left or the right. Obviously take the left, and then you'll be inside where you find the water wheels as well as some of the copper piping, so that you can have power go into other places much quicker and easier eventually. Obviously scan all the stuff that's here to gain access to some of that. The water wheels obviously being the most important. You can also get one of the research cores here as well. Then you'll see simply a doorway, and don't be stupid like me and actually try getting the materials to put in here, namely the processors and the advanced circuitry. Instead, just jump up and get in. Big shout out to Rambo Robbie who showed me this one. You'll get 2 data chips for your trouble, accumulator free, and cool dense free. Make your way the way that you came towards Victor, but instead of going down the river, actually hang a left and go this way. Just in this small cave, you will find another data pad hidden amongst the foliage, and this will give you pack size 5. And then make your way back to the Victor cavern, just where I told you earlier, that's where you get that lantern by moving to the right hand side. And again, I've done a video showing you how to get all of the lantern ore and ingots. But now hopefully I've shown you how to get the mines. This is what you actually dig through with the mines, and it will reveal the big ore. And if you dig through and around, then obviously this leads to another story beat. This is what you really need the mines for, to get access to this area and go and get yourself one of the last research cores and more. And again, the story will direct you here eventually anyway, but you can get here a bit earlier, fill in what you need, and then hopefully you gain access, once you fill the coolers and the wires, to more of the story. I've actually found this place in an early video, so that's why there's no loot in some of these chests, but don't forget to scan this as well. I can't remember what it does, but yes, it was something that I missed the first time. In fact, always have your scanner out wherever you go in somewhere new, just in case you come across something, and there should be more to scan in here, including the big blue satellite ball. Okay, next up we're at the big waterfall in the Victor cavern, and we're going to actually break through because there is loot behind the waterfall. This one's a bit tricky because it is hard to work out exactly where these boxes are, so try and just dig through where you can, just on the bottom run. You'll have to dig quite a long way through as well, and eventually you'll hit one of the boxes. Inside you'll find some fast inserters as well as Mark II conveyor belts. And there's another box right here as well, even further back. So for this one, climb up to the next kind of step of the waterfall and dig your way through here instead. You should hopefully just about get to the right spot, and then I used a mining charge to get down the rest of them. And eventually you just about open the box up, and there we go. Inside you'll find a bunch of coolant and some of the biofuel. Next to the waterfall, in that same spot, you'll find a small entrance, and it leads to the abandoned mineshaft or elevator, as well as some beds. You can obviously scan some of the stuff in here and it will tell you what's going on. And just very close by to the actual grate, over again the green block, you're going to be going down. So again, use the charges. I think I used at least 4 to actually get down this deep this time. Actually, tell a lie, it's probably more close to 6. Dig around and eventually you'll find it, and this one's got a bunch of blue cores in as well as some other mining gear. It is a bit odd, some of the loot you find in this is like, why would you need 3 or 4 more pickaxes? And then again, just respawn to get out. You go all the way back to the starting area where you first come out and you go to the room with all the purple cores. You'll have noticed hopefully a tunnel that leads to an area where you see the biofuel, and so this is how you can unlock this and find this a lot earlier as well. But there's a light here that normally guides the way, and another box actually if you dig through. You should be able to go ahead and just grab it from inside. Some of the dirt you can't actually dig through. Filled with really useful stuff, in fact smelters and more, so really definitely geared for starting players, and then obviously you can still go and loot everything in here and scan everything in here too. Just a couple reminders about places that I even messed up. There's a whole bunch of loot chests in here. If you actually look, you can see there's about 6 green dots. Now I swear I could only find maybe 2 here. This one that I missed earlier, and then there's another one here with a bunch of stuff right at the end. But it does say there's a few more chests. Maybe it's just above me. Either way, there is definitely one in the rafters of this place. So make sure you check out and get them as well. This is where you find sparks. It's really part of the early mission, so that's why I've left it to the end of the video because I'm sure you've already got it. But as you make your way down the stairs to the last part, actually jump on top of these pipes and you'll notice there's a chest right in them rafters like I mentioned. That's the one that I really missed. You climb along the pipes and there you go. You've got some more of the advanced circuits and some fast inserters. And back where you found the purple cores in the Lima area, the first beginning part, actually if you look behind the ones that you found inside the small cave, you might have to dig your way through a little bit and then use a charge to go down deeper. Break through slightly higher and there you go, another chest filled with some more blue cores. And that's pretty much all the, I would say, easy ones to find close to the starting areas and maybe the more important ones at the beginning. There are others that you'll find, I'm sure. You can see that one right in the middle, but I just didn't have the patience to go through and really see what it was. And to be honest, you could even just wait until you've got better upgrades for your mole, which you'll get, making life just a bit easier. But well worth getting that Mark II assembler and Mark II furnace straight away. Absolutely. So if that's helped you out, leave a like, check out the rest of my Tectonica guides and live streams, and I'll see you ratbags for more soon. Bye bye.